And boom, we are live. November the 7th, 2020. I'm going to the gym, so before I'm hitting the gym, I want to do the video because more than likely I won't be able to do it after. So today, finally we have the result of election, and it looks like we have a new president, and that's Joe Biden. So what does that mean for the market and for Bitcoin? I'm gonna tell you my opinion. So Bitcoin, we have a little bit of drop. It went down to 14. Last time I checked, it was $14,740. And if you think that that is because of some of the sentiments associated with this election, perhaps you could be right. But to be honest with you, it doesn't matter to me, because I see how things are gonna take place from now on. So as you know, the new president, our new president is it has some politics. He's taking the country in a very, I mean, it's a little bit of challenge here, because he's taking the country in January, and we have this pandemic. We have some crater in the economy, and so there's some challenge ahead, but nothing that money cannot fix. And this is where I think we're gonna go. We're gonna go up right now, because of all this news that were released today confirming. So we have a little bit of up and down, but if you have to focus in the long run. Not in the long run, what I mean is like from in January, when he take office, what is going to happen is he has to act pretty fast in his policy. I don't know if you are familiar with his policy, but he actually is saying that I'm gonna make it short for you. He's saying in his policy that we need more money in order to fight the pandemic in an appropriate way. And so that tells you a lot. That means there is a lot of money coming in. And as I said in my previous videos, Republican Party was a little bit skeptical about getting more debt, but getting more from Federal Reserve. And so but it's not the case of Joe Biden. He's actually saying in plain English that that's the way that he see how to fix this thing. And so what we should expect price going higher. The market, although I know there is a lot of speculation in that we're about to collapse and everything, blah blah blah, it is true. There is also something that many people forgot about this, but it was a release of I think it was 2 days ago. So if you are paying mortgage, one of the incentives that the administration did was to that you don't have to pay rent, or you don't have to pay mortgage for a period of time, and that was approved by Congress. So that was kind of like the help that the administration provide for the citizens, among others, such as the check, that it was one check for everybody for $1,200. And so but yeah, that's I'm in the industry, I'm in real estate industry, build houses, and so this is what is happening now, that those terms are not longer be there when he's gonna take office. and so it's gonna expire pretty soon. In fact, there's a lot of people that don't know this, and I talking to some friend of mine that are also into the construction and building houses and everything, and I'm telling them, listen, I don't know if you know this, but if this happened and we don't have the aid that we need in order to get this, because this is to make it simple, they didn't pay for a long time. Unemployment rates, they increased. There was a lot of unemployment claims that it's been happening since the last, for a long time. That's something that you cannot ignore. That's something that no other, no matter for what side you are, they can tell you, no, we have the best, but numbers are saying otherwise. And you cannot discredit the organization who actually is in charge of that, because that's a gov organization. I understand if you want to discredit other sources, universities or whatever, because it's convenient for your policy or for whatever, but source of gov, you cannot discredit those unless that you truly believe that they are sabotaging something here. So anyway, having said that, so for those who didn't pay rent and did not have it was a good help. I would assume that it was a good help. For those who did not pay mortgage for a long period of time, also was a good help. But those days are no longer. They are going to expire pretty soon. And so if you didn't have this your job back and everything, then you're gonna start facing a eviction. So they more than likely you're gonna start you're gonna be late with your mortgage, you're gonna be late with your rent, and bank and homeowners, they're gonna start kicking out people. So all this happening right now, like if I want to build a house, the percentage of banks are crazy low. I can go to the bank, ask for a loan to build a property, and it would be probably 3%, 2.5%, depending on your credit score. But can you imagine if something like that happened, and there's a lot of people that actually are building because money is so cheap, and it truly is cheap. But if this take place and you have a lot of people kicking out of mortgage and everything, the price of the mortgage, the price of the housing is gonna reduce, it's gonna go down. And so that is my concern. That's why the challenges that are coming ahead is something that politicians, not politicians, but people should see this, and that is going to affect the stock market, and that's going to affect also the cryptocurrency. Now, digital dollars is also coming, and so that's why a lot of people is moving to a different asset class, because inflation, as I mentioned, is Bank of America was saying that Federal Reserve is going to inflate the dollar with digital dollar, and so they're going to diminish your purchase power, and so you have to see what is the best thing to do. In this case, many people run to a different asset class. So that's about it. So now Joe Biden is promoting that he needs more money in order to attack this pandemic, in order to and so that is what I expect. I expect that the markets are going to be higher, but it's not going to be higher like right away. Remember that he's taking office in January. So it's from there on is when we will see. And there is two things. So the president is saying that he needs more money to do this, but remember that no matter how much money he can ask, the democratic process is it has to be asked in Senate, and as far as I'm concerned, Senate is still taken by Republican Party. There are more Republicans than Democrats, and so it could be a little bit of conflict there. But ultimately, he can also do a executive order and then do this 8 for everybody. Yeah, so what is going to happen to Bitcoin? I think we could have a little bit of volatility this in this incoming month or so, although we are approaching Christmas. So as I said before, I should expect a nice price for Bitcoin because we want to have a nice Christmas. But then we will see what is going to take place. This is more associated with how much money is going to be injected to the market. The decoupling has to take place also in the cryptocurrencies. I think we are very close to a bull run. If everything, there are some patterns that are suggesting that perhaps we are close to a bull run, but we'll see. It has to be right time, right moment. Everything has to be aligned perfectly in order to have this bull run. So yeah, that's about it. I'm heading to the gym. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you don't, you know what to do. Share, make a comment. I received a couple of comments about the about coins that I'm gonna talk about. What are my favorite coins and why I'm holding them. I think this is something that it will take place maybe perhaps in the following, or if not after, right after, but I keep it on mind. I know that many of you are into kind of some of the coins that I have. Well, I haven't shared my portfolio, but I'm excited with some projects. Now, before I go, I just want to tell you something, and this is something that that you should consider. You have to ask yourself, why would you invest in a coin and everything? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a lot of people in crypto space that they get wrecked, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they are chasing the shiny object, and so I hope you are not one of those. I'm pretty sure that you may make a little bit of money here and there, but I'm sure that overall you didn't do that good. So also, if you are picking a coin, don't let anybody to tell you why. Not even me. You have to make your own conclusions. Keep in mind this. Like, everybody was excited about this huge facility that is gonna take place in Texas, where they're gonna mine Bitcoin, and everybody was like, we are going to $100,000 Bitcoin. Perhaps we are, and we are in that direction. But the thing is that there's a misconception. The proposal for this business model, it wasn't initially the mining Bitcoin. Mining Bitcoin, it was actually the second business that is in the energy sector. The reason that they are, and there is gonna be an IPO for that project. But what they're trying to do is they want to create energy. And the energy, because there is a lack of energy there, they're going to use the energy, but also they want to sell the energy. That's the business. Now, the Bitcoin mining is a part. I mean, it is included in that, but it's another way to actually make capital from the same project. So don't get foolish that all this thing took place just because of Bitcoin. It's not. It wasn't like that from the very beginning. So, but it's an interesting project that I'm keep following, and yes, obviously they have good ideas, such as like for instance, everybody was doing this Bitcoin farming, where they are mining and everything, but they go to cold places, and nobody understood why this guy or this group actually went to the desert, where there is a lack of water. There is a lot of things. The energy is true, is quite cheap, but there is wind, a lot of wind there, and they're gonna create the energy, and the mining is gonna be there's two things that are very important there. You have to understand that the chip industry, the technology industry, it changed. The changes that are created are no more than there is a slight difference between year to year. And so if you put this in 5-year period of time, you won't see any major difference. However, the difference between in 5 years in terms of energy sector is huge. And that's why I'm telling you that it was never an intention. I mean, it was never in the first place mining Bitcoin idea. It was first get unlimited energy source so you can do the mining. But the IPO is going to be associated with the energy sector in order to sell the energy. You see what it is? It's not the other way around. It's not we are building Bitcoin, we are doing the energy for Bitcoin. No, they are building the energy for the sector, and they're gonna take advantage of that source in order to mine Bitcoin because it's gonna be energy free. So don't get foolish. The same thing, I'm telling you this because the same thing applies for coins. If you see something and you see a lot of hype, you have to just step back for a moment and start thinking, because projects will boom as long as they are in the right time. If you think about it, you can go, but if this technical details that they are saying, I don't know, they start using a lot of tech words and everything, and it doesn't really make to you the market. There are many coins that the market is not there yet. And in the gaming industry, there's a lot of, actually they are saying that like Tron and this and that and that. Okay, it's true, but I mean, how is that working out? You see, that's why there are others that are saying the streaming is gonna be huge. It's true, the streaming is gonna be huge, but it's not quite there yet. We are not quite there yet. And so the thing is this, and this happened to many people. So you are into a project that it takes longer than others, but it's not that it takes longer than others because there is not the base or the foundation to grow the business. It's not that it's not there, it's because adoption. Everybody's fighting against adoption. So when you have if your project is not something that you have this coin, or we have this project, amazing project, and blah blah blah, and everybody's telling you that the streaming is gonna be huge, blah 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 blah, I just don't see it that way. There are other things that are more important, really. And so I don't know, I'm not talking about any particular coin here, but I'm just saying that you have to put your perspective. Don't let others to fool you because they think, oh, he's smart, he has money, and so I better pick whatever he picked because his money, it was made through his mindset or his decision. You have to keep in mind that these people that have money, I never brag about money. I never. And the reason that I don't brag about money and I always keep a low profile is because I don't like people that is looking for friendship because of what I have. So that's what I always keep myself in a low profile. I don't have to show. I have nothing. And so if they treat me right for what I am, not for what I have, there is possibly a potential friendship there. But if not, it's not that way. I don't like to be surrounded by people that is actually following you by nothing more than because you have money. So my group of people, or my group of friends, is very small, and that's it. I think you should do the same thing. Think about this: all these people that make money, and they have a lot of money. There is a lot of success. It's true, there is a success, but you cannot measure a person by the success of the person for the money that they have. And I'm going to tell you why. Because these people that have success today, they have a lot of failures, and they failed a lot in the past. So you have to think about that. If you follow this person, perhaps you are following another failure. So just keep that in mind. Don't think that these people is different than you, and you can actually take advantage of the situation. You could be wrong if you are putting this as excuse to you to make decisions, I think you are looking this in a wrong way. Anyway, I'm not here to preach to anybody. Everybody do whatever the hell they want, and so you just have to live life the best way that you can. And if you like things, you like to have good things and everything, I do too. But like I said, I'm a little more a private person. I mean, look at my truck. It's a it's a whole beat up truck. This is my truck for work. And so, but that's it. That's all I need. That's all I need to get done what I need to get done. And so, all right, guys. I think I didn't mean to bore you. We're gonna go over some of the coins that I have in my portfolio, and I'm gonna tell you why, the reasons why I'm holding them. Like I said, some of them are protocols, others are interesting projects that I think there is more potential there than others, and they are under the radar. I think a lot of people, because people goes to the hype, whatever it's like, someone famous say this, oh yeah, everybody follow, and he said, and everybody show the same guy just to follow this project. I think there are a lot of projects there that actually are quite very, very quiet. They don't have the hype because they don't have the communities, perhaps. But remember, communities don't make the project successful. In a way, it creates the hype, and it creates, the boost. Sometimes you can make money of it. But at the end of the run, if this project, one of them, they make something different and then become adoption, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of projects that are going to fail, but there is a lot of projects that they are going to be successful, and they're gonna be anonymous. You will never know that you are using these service or product or whatever in blockchain technology, and then you will question what was this? Is this blockchain? Yes. And what coin was that? And you're gonna be surprised, like, what? I never heard of it. Yeah, exactly, because you are following just the hype. So anyway, that's about it. Like, subscribe, make a comment, hate me if you want, it's fine. Everything is fine, everything is cool. If you don't like this video, good. But I think we're going high. We're gonna have a little bit of up and down from now on, but because a lot of the sentiment, we have part of the sentiment that is a little bit discomfort, others are happy, and so we see the market respond. They like both. If now you know that in my opinion, and I think we're gonna have a nice Christmas, and after the Christmas we'll see. I think there's a potential that we, as I said, we are breaking new highs, and I'm getting excited because I think I can see a bull run coming up very soon. So that's about for this video. That's about it for this video. Until the next one, peace out.